So let's begin. Excuse me.
I feel stronger.
I know you do, my friend. Oh shit, that's wrong. I know that you do feel stronger. However, we're not gonna level you up just yet. No, let me think. Sorry, one more thing. Also, I'm expecting a delivery a bit later today, so this is gonna be all the interruptions I need in this world. Anyway, this is a black rock with names chiseled into it. Who do we have here? We have Quentin, we have Seftai, and we have Death of Names. Well, let's talk to Quentin first. The man before you looks to be middle of height and years. He's stout with a thick, bullish neck, and his shoulders are hunched as if a great weight was pressing upon them. He wears an impatient look as he stares at the black monolith in front of him. Hello. The man throws you a glance. There's room, Cutter. No need to ask me, my lady, to stand here. Actually, I wanted to know what this monolith was. It's a tombstone for the plains, he scoffs. Graveyards of names are scratched on that rock. Can only hope my name's the one that'll split this stone in twain. He points at the base of the monolith. Quentin, right there, hammering just hard enough to send the damn thing crashing down. Tombstone for the plains. Hey! Quentin smiles ruefully. The Dusties scratch the names of the dead on this monument here. He gestures around him. And on the walls of this place. Not enough space by my reckoning, but no matter. They do their best. Can barely read half the names. What are you doing here? Reading the new arrivals. Try and find a new one every day. Try and remember if I knew him, nothing more. Dustmen record the names of all that have died on this monument? Hey, they scratch them on this rock and scratch them on the walls of this place too. I don't know why. Don't know why they take the trouble to take counting of the dead. The Dusties have more care for the living. The living? Hey, you know about the dustmen mourners that come to this place? They aren't mourning the dead, see? They're mourning the living. You can barely get a word in them edgewise without them asking to mourn some poor living bird for you. Why do they mourn the living? You got me there, Cutter, he shrugs. Might want to put that question to them. Seems to me that they are thrice worth the pity of any poor sod living in this pit. He nods at the monument. Every name on there is blessed in my books. It is. Okay, ever know anybody who came back after their name was put on here? You mean come back from the death? From death? Quentin shakes his head. Not a one, Cutter. Everything that lives dies, and that's the way of things, he shrugs. Still, considering the plains go on forever and all, I suppose anything's possible. I suppose so. So I had some other questions. Okay, we already asked that. Okay, I see. We can't actually puzzle anything out of Quentin at this juncture. Seftai, hello. This woman's face looks broken and she's covered in scars. They look like bite marks and fingernail cuts. She's cradling the shreds of several rags in her hands and is staring emptily at the wall of the monument at the names there. Greetings. Get you back! The woman's teeth peel back, displaying a row of black canines. What do you want of Seftai? What's the matter? What's wrong? Those chaos men wrecked my cart, attacked me, and killed 3 of my sisters who tried to stop them. Not sisters anymore. Now there's nothing but names on this memorial wall. Chaos men? Chaos men, a faction, they says. What they are is an adult bunch that runs wild through the hive and does whatever they please. We never did no harm to them. Then they lop in like dogs and tear apart everything and anything within their reach. Who are these chaos men who attacked you? They're a hive gang, a bunch of adult swords that call themselves the starved dogs barking or some such barley nonsense. You know, I wouldn't mind penning some men in the dead book for some coin. You got the copper, we'll talk terms. A copper earring in your purse if you pen 3 of those murdering sods in the dead book, Jig. I'll see to it that they're put in the dead book. Can you tell me where they might be found? Get out the south gate, spy a word from here, then walk around the block until you comes to a place where men run in circles, holding at the sig sky. Sige. There's the starved dogs they are. I'll go look for them then.
My journal.
Okay. It's gotten a bit dark. It's night, I suppose. You see a dustman with crooked smile frozen on his face. Despite the smile, his eyes are as dull as stones. His right arm is shorter than the left, and he keeps it tucked to his side as if cradling a small child. Greetings, my friend. The dustman's eyes slide over you. Name. The way he speaks the word, it sounds like the tolling of a bell. I don't know. No name, can't help you. The dustman speaks in a curious sing-song voice. Need to give a name if you want to see where it's died. What?
Updated my journal.
Excuse me, what? Given a name when you're born, giving it back when you need it no more. Death of names, death of names. His eyes swim across the monolith and the walls of the area. Buried many names here, death of name has. Tell me a name, I'll show you its grave. Diana. His eyes roll to the back of his head, then pop back with a wild gleam. His eyes run across the walls of the monument, scanning the names at inhuman speed. He then points at a section of the wall. Buried. Examine the spot. Chisel to the black stone, in tiny cramped writing, is the name you requested. It's almost lost beneath the sea of names around it. I had another name. Okay. Adan? Is it Adam or Adan? I'm not sure. He shakes his head. Not dead yet, that name is. Not buried here. Not time, not time. Can you bury a name for me? He nods, then unfolds his small hand from where it's cradled on this side. It looks atrophied. It is the size of a child's hand. Costs Jing to bury a name. 3 coppers 3. Quentin? Shakes his head. Not dead yet, the name is. Not buried here. Not time, not time. Okay, so just do farewell. I think we will make use of his ability to bury names. However, not as of yet. Hive Thug. Okay. What's this here? I don't remember. Hello. What's this here? Shilendra. Hello. Blast! I almost had it that time. Don't you know it's dangerous to interrupt spell casters when they're evoking a spell? Luckily for me, I was only practicing. Well, what is it you want? My apologies for disturbing you. Farewell. Okay.
I'm gone.
Nothing in here. Something in here, I suppose. Nothing in there as well? I swear this enhanced edition changed the loot. So many empty things around, you know? Hive Thug. We're not talking to those. They're just going to attack us and cause us problems. Ingress! Greetings, Ingress. Sorry to bother you. Okay, you don't... Okay. Alright. There's a portal. Ah, fuck off. Alright, well, let's try and kill these bastards. The Hive Thugs will just attack you willy-nilly sometimes. Nothing you can do about it. Not all of them as well. Like some of them. And I wonder why the battle music isn't turning on. Interesting. Actually, do we have a sound? Because we have it off as well. have to keep adjusting the sound all the time. Okay. Coppers. Yes, we need to finish them off. Should we talk to the...
This is probably the worst place we can be and signal at the worst time.
Running after him. Sorry. Can't even hit him. That was a crit from Morty. Good job. Okay. It's enough of that foolishness. Let's talk to this guy, and then we'll go through the portal because that's the last thing to do here at the moment. A sense of great loss hangs over this elderly woman like a dark cloak. As you watch her, a long, sad sigh escapes her lips. Greetings. She has up at your face, cloudy eyes squinting and straining to see you clearly. Forgive me, young cutter, but I am an old woman and don't see so well. Do I know you? Perhaps, but I do not know you. She mulls your answer over for a moment, nodding. What was it you wanted, then? I had some questions. Questions? Her expression curdles. Oh no, you're an adventurer, aren't you? Name, job, and all that rot, eh? Well, I won't have it. Off with you. Not an adventurer. Bar that. The woman jabs her finger at you. I watched the dustman put the name of me husband down his soul. Me son and both me daughters on them immoral adventures, all of them. Why, I swung quite a sword myself in the day, so's I knows one when I meets one. The old woman seems to be working herself into a fit. Her face has become flushed and flecks of spittle fly from her lips as she howls at you. Let her continue. I'll bet you've got all sorts of balmy questions, she mimics your heroic stance. Greetings, I have some questions. Can you tell me about this place? Who's the lady you're paying? I'm looking for the magic girl of Swank Iron. Have you seen it? Do you know where a portal to the 2817th plane of the abyss might be? Do you know where the holy flaming frostbrand Gronk slaying Vorpal hammer wounding and returning and shooting lightning at your bum is? She spits. Dang all of it. Only gets you in the dead book. I ought to kick you in the shins for ever pestering a poor woman about it at all. Now go away and leaves me in peace. Bye bye. I'm very angry about adventurers. Who's this? Hive thug? Don't care, didn't ask. Who is this? Frightened. Frightened, we don't need frightened. There was an angry guy as well. I want to talk to the angry fella. Hello? There's Bane. He's our friend. I made friends with him last time. Hive thug. Where's the angry bastard? Give me the angry bastard. He's running around. I bet you he's got something to say. Huh? Frightened. We talk to the frightened one. We don't need the frightened one. We need the angry guy. Where is he? I don't think he's important, actually. There's another frightened one. What? Oh, that's Ingress. That's just Ingress running around. That's a harlot. Yeah, we have this ability here. Angry. Oh, angry. Angry boy. You see a man in old and tattered clothes. As you approach him, he makes a detour to avoid you and keeps walking. Hey, hold on for a moment. The man ignores you, begin to walk faster. Sir! He turns, glancing briefly to the right and left of you, and as if looking to see if you have any friends with you. He draws a dagger. You'd best leave me be, or you'll be wearing this steel between your ribs. Calm down, I had some questions. He scoffs. I'm sure you do, and I have no answers for the likes of you. Piss off. Farewell, then. Farewell, then. Voice, music. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting a call. Right. That is my delivery. The delivery of food and riches and goods and shit. Alright. Haha. It's a nice portal. Wonder where that leads. The only portal we now have to open at this point, apart from the one in the mortuary, of course, is a portal to the mausoleum. And I'll be honest with you, I do not want to go there just yet. It can be a bit... Especially, we are not strong at all. Let's go. I know where you need to go. Porphyron. No, there's a lot of fuckers here. Alright, let's talk to him. Every inch of this man's skin is covered in a web of black lines. It is as if some sort of artist chose to accentuate every crease in his flesh with a quill pen. The overall effect is such that even when his face shows no expression, he appears to be frowning. Greetings! This one has no name. This one is called Porphyron. The man's voice is like a gong. As he speaks, the lines on his face bend and settle into a series of spherical patterns. This one would know. Why do you address this one? It's one of those characters, eh? I wanted to ask you some questions about the city. This one would have you know. This one cannot answer your questions. The lines on his face twist into angles and split into a mess of scribbles. This one has only recently stepped foot in the place of walls. Alright then, but I have to ask you this. Why do those lines upon your face move? The lines show anger. Do you take offense? The lines slowly straighten, forming into gentle curves. No offense was meant. Will you accept the many apologies of this one? No offense was taken. Why are you so angry? This one tells of event recent. Did you know this one was beset by 3? The 3 demanded an item of this one. This one feared an attack. What does this one do? This one surrendered the item. Yeah, got jumped, hey? Well, you were right to be afraid. If there were 3, then they might have killed you had you not given up the item. This one has been misunderstood. The lines on his face become angled, then smooth into curves again. This one did not fear being killed. This one feared killing the 3. Oh, if you could have killed them, why did you let them rob you? This one walks the path of a warrior. Many weapons have walked with this one. The fist, the blade, the staff, the hatchet, the smiter. These tools are all known to this one. That's not much of an explanation. Again, if you're a warrior with that much training, why let them rob you? This one is forbidden to attack. The lines ripple across his face as he speaks. If this one has struck at the 3 in anger, the vow of non-violence would be unmade. Vow of non-violence. You're a warrior and a pacifist. This one is unfamiliar with your speech. What is this pacifist? Never mind. Why did you train so much if you're not permitted to attack another? This one is of the Order of Erit Ager. We await the final days where all will be called to battle. The training and skills of this one, they are to be kept silent until then. Okay. In the meantime, you will let yourself be robbed in the street without defending yourself. This one will clarify. The item is of value. The discipline of the Erit Ager is of greater value. Since you won't find any chance, you could talk these thieves into returning your item. This one addresses the 3 thieves. What happens? The requests of this one are met with scorn. The 3 will not return the item. I remember this guy. I could go see if I could get the item back for you. This one must ask, would you bring violence to the 3 that have robbed this one? Not if I can help it. This one fears a message absent of violence will not be understood. The lines on the man's face form into a series of ellipses. This one is not opposed to your trying. Alright then, what is this item you've lost? The item is this. A rope of black and red prayer beads worn around the neck. The worth of these beads is not measured in copper. The worth of these beads is measured in faith. Alright then, I'll see if I can find this necklace. Do you know where these 3 thugs might be? This one knows where the angry words were traded and the item lost. By the bar that burns inside? The 3 were outside the place, dressed in black and red. 3 robbers dressed in red and black outside a bar that burns on the inside. That can't be too hard to find.
Updated my journal.
No. There are a lot of bastards in here.
Hey, Cutter! Come here! Come on in and sleep it off! Have a good one!
We will leave them be for now.
You want a drink? It's gonna
We need
cost
to
you
go
money.
here for now. We need to go to the Rack Pickers Square. Okay, collectors, we don't really care about them, they're just NPCs, but Marrow friend, oh yeah, talk to you. You can smell the reek of done and rotting meat on this man, even from afar. Though obviously weak and decrepit, his long thin fingers and sunken eyes give him a sinister look as he scuttles through the garbage around him. The way he drools and rolls his eyes makes you wonder if he's mad. Greetings! You're still gonna talk to him even if he's mad. He tries to focus on you, but his gaze wanders. His eyes are set deeply into hollow sockets and his skin is terribly pale and diseased, covered with rashes and yellow patches that look ready to peel from his body at any moment. The stench emanating from him is terrible. As you open your mouth to speak, he licks his lips and swallows. You did it. What did you say? Yo! He licks his lips again, and his long spindly fingers pick at his skin as he stares at you. You deader! He glances to your left and his eyes dart back to you. Dead, dead, hungry. He reaches out to touch you, licking his scabrous lips. Okay, let him touch you. His fingers scrabble spider-like on your arm, as if looking for a piece to tear off. He licks his split lips again, and you watch yellowish drool drip from them. With a raspy moan, his fingers suddenly dig into the skin on your arm and pull off a bit. Excuse me, step back. You watch and feel your stomach churn as he takes the bit of a flesh and shoves it into his mouth. He chews it slowly, then swallows. You dead? No, I'm not dead. You taste dead. He scratches himself beneath his robe and you suddenly notice that he has a finger hanging from his neck on a cord. It looks like there's a ring on it. Still hungry. What is that, finger bone? He looks down to his plague-ridden features, twisting into ghastly snaggle to his parody of a grin. Snack. He looks ready to chew on it. Don't need that. Have a bite of me instead. I'm more fresh. He smiles and reaches for your outstretched hand. Give me the finger bone first, Marrow friend. He nods greedily and lets you take the finger bone. Let him bite you. His teeth sink into the meat of your forearm and pull a chunk away with a single wrench of his neck. The pain is excruciating, but Marrow friend sits on his haunches as if nothing has happened, chewing noisily at the mouthful of meat he pulled away. Thanks, farewell. Wow. He got a finger. This is a decayed and nearly meatless finger bone from a humanoid of roughly your size. There is still some sort of odd ring on the finger. It's an intricate thing sculpted with dozens of tiny ornate flanges and decorative protrusions. Oddly enough, it seems firmly rigid to the finger, and no amount of pulling or prying will budge the thing. Almost as if the ring-jagged edges have dug into the lifeless finger itself and refused to release. This is a well-decayed finger. Pull the ring from the finger. You cannot. Remove your own finger and replace it with the finger bone. Now, this is how we do stuff in this game. We will do a lot of mutilations to both ourselves and our enemies. Replace the ring finger on your left hand into your mouth, close your eyes and take a deep breath and bite down as hard as you can. There's a sickening crunch and you are overcome with the taste and smell of blood. You spit the bloody finger out and place the rotted ring-laden finger bone against the gushing stump. At first, nothing happens and you are horrified at the thought of what you've just done. Suddenly, though, you feel a strange tingling sensation as bones fuse and tendons re-knit. In moments, the rotting finger bone has become a living part of your body, though it still throbs painfully. The jagged ring suddenly loosens and slips off into the palm of your hand. Done. I took some damage off that, I'll be honest. Now, Mebbeth's biting ring. Okay. I think that's my delivery. One sec. Right, that's my delivery. So, let me see. Mebbeth was a mage obsessed with the possibility of having her magic items lost or burgled while she was asleep or otherwise incapacitated. While the vast majority of her carried possessions were inseparable from her corpse, and as buried with her, some of her weaker items, early experience perhaps, were left behind and remain in the world of the living. Now, this one has +2 to armor class, which is nice, but it's cursed, so you can't take it off. But you can with remove curse spell, so why not? Or wear it. Oh, item cursed, scary, whatever. why we are here at this point in time, this yellow fingers. We are here because we need to become a mage. And for that, I will return shortly. Alright. The bird is the word. Indeed. How classy, Brian. How classy of Brian. Alright. Classy. Yeah. Let's see. Alright. That seems a bit odd. Okay then. We'll get us some water. That was brought to us by a very nice man. Also brought me a lot of goodies, such as chips, that I will leave for a rainy day, let's say. We'll leave it for a rainy day. Alright, back to the game. Now, let's see. This is where we will be getting our mage qualifications. Oh, hello. Old Mebbeth, is it? A number of herbs, alright. An old stove, petrified wood stove. It's very interesting. Alright, old Mebbeth, let's talk to you. This squat old woman looks like she has had all the colour bled out of her. Everything from her hair to her shawl to her robe are all shades of grey. The only splotches of colour on her comes from several strange herbs which are tied to her belt by their stalks. The herbs make a strange sh when she moves like a broom. Greetings. The elderly woman turns and stares at you, and you notice the grey shades blanketing her body extend to her features as well. Her hair is a wispy grey, and her eyes are like chips of granite. She frowns when she sees you. And who might you be? Hmm? The name's Adan. Who are you? With a slight cackle, she wags her eyebrows. Have you not heard of old Mebbeth, then, the midwife of the square? Have you not now? She narrows her eyes, and her voice drops. Well, now you have, for I be Mebbeth. You're a midwife. What do you do?
Updated my journal.
I set bones right, drive the cough out of the sick, yank out squealing, stubborn babies, mend cloaks of or a rag or two, make cures and herbs and other such. She squints at you, studying your scars. Been eating a cure or three, do you then? Cures? Hey, you've been eating some cures to look at you. Do you want to buy some, do you? She glances at the scars covering your body again, then shrugs. Too late to be asking for them, I think. Don't need any cures now, but they might be useful later. Could I see what you have? Alright. She's selling all sorts of crap. Charm of Infinite Recall. What's this? That's to identify things. Remove curse. We can't use it now, but we might later. Divine Sensor, that's raised dead. We do have that ability on our own. Thanks to Dayanara. Bloodfly Charm. That's regeneration, not charm, is strength. Bone Charm is, we had one of those. Thrice Blind Charm. Blindness, okay. Cockroach. These are all one-time use items. So to armor class plus 2 to armor class versus crashing attacks. There's a 10% resistance to crashing attacks. Corpse 5, Swarm Curse, Cranium Rat. This is lore, trap skills, intelligence. Okay, dirty rat, stealth, -1 to charisma, and all sorts of clock charms, hot charms, block charms, shit like that. Now we need to identify this. We finally can do it. We're almost out of money. 8. She can remove curse. Okay, but that's it for now. What does it do? Minor copper blessing. It gives wearer 33 copper commons. Use. We got our money back. It's gone. So that was pointless. I actually forgot what it did. This is why we actually lost 1 copper in the transaction. That's alright. It's not bad. It's okay. Okay. Mebbeth, can we could I rest here? That'll be fine. I just want it to be day and I want to heal. Okay. That's some questions. Let's ask her about Farad. Farad, that. You watch as Mebbeth spits once, twice, 3 times, and follows it by making a semicircle over her heart. That gull turd. What should be wanting with the likes of him? I need to find him. Do you know where he is? He's not in the rat pickers square, that much I can tell you. You need to find a way under the square to get to that, but turd spider's kip, she spits again. Even talking about him leaves a foul taste, it does. He's under the square. She jabs her finger at the floor. Hey, he's buried beneath these piles of trash, him and his boys. And a tough time you'd have digging him out of his nest. She shakes her head. Let be, child. I need to find him. How do I get down there?
My journal.
Mebbeth frowns and sighs. Here tell, Farad's got a gate that leads to his nest somewhere here in the square. It's just a matter of finding it. You might want to ask some of the others, some who travel a bit more than old Mebbeth. Okay, I see. I had some other questions. Missing a journal? Do you know where one could be found? Haven't seen one. If it's in the square, which I doubt since folk don't traffic much with books and the like, it's most likely been sold or stolen. Was it something important to you then? A magic thingy? All glowing and sparkling with magics, eh? If so, you might never see it again. Okay, maybe not. What do you... Oh, there's more, yes. What do you sell here? No? Okay. Are you a witch, Mebbeth? Is she now? Is she now? Mebbeth scrutinizes you. I say not as to what I am and isn't, but what you be wanting to know, so full bad for that you hound an old woman barking and sniffing for a juicy bit of gossip? I want to learn about magic. Could you teach me? Mebbeth laughs. Pah! I'm no teacher, no schoolmistress all set up to teach like them in the big fest hall. There's others somewhere, I'm sure, that spill the dark of it. You'd be wasting your time with old Mebbeth, so you would. I don't agree. I think you'd have a lot to teach. Oh, hey! Why do you want to learn such things? Just I want to know. I may need to solve the mystery if I need any power. How's it do it? After a moment, Mebbeth nods. The art may help, it may not, and you must not rely on it to solve all of your problems, she sighs. Child, it's most like only going to add another chip to your pile of questions. I understand, but will you teach me? Come on. Pah! Mebbeth shakes her head. One should make songs rather than make magic. Songs have more beauty. I wish there was a bard class. There isn't one. Magic's been made dull, commonplace, soiled by the mob of people that have tromped through it. She squints at you. I'll teach you, but first you'll need to do some things for me, you hear? Like what? My legs aren't good for walking about sigil, and there's errands that have you run. I need you to fetch me some herbs from the market. It's Spireward, easterly and southerly from here, in the hive market. Here's a sample. She takes a black seed from her coat and flicks it to you. Examine the seed.
Updated my journal.
You twist the black seed in your hand. As you do, you feel a small bite and a small drop of blood oozes from your thumb. There are tiny barbs on the seed like teeth. Mebbeth snorts. Careful with it. Show it to no one but the fruit merchants at the market. They will know what herbs you seek. Very well then. I'll return when I have the herbs. Yes. She will have us run a bunch of errands. Second platform looks as if it's about to collapse. We're not interested in that. We need to go a bit back. A little bit back. Collector. Collector. Yeah, I have to move the chat. I have my chat on the other side. So. Right. We don't care about collectors that much. But we need to be thorough about all this. We talked to the Marrow friend. Not much here, I don't think. Need to go here. And as we do, our portal opens. We'll quick save because I do not remember where it goes. Okay.
Done.
Small dwelling. And all I got is junk. I'm pretty sure we'll get jumped in a bit. And then we'll die. Possible. Yeah, we can't get out of this. Yeah, I told you, it's a fucking trap. Hello. I can take these guys. I got an axe. And I'm still a warrior, so. Unlike other collectors you've seen, the robes on this one seem to be of fine quality. Oh, another deader has come to visit us. Please excuse the mess. My colleagues haven't had the time to tidy up. There's no way out. Why, sure there is. The door is right over there. But you need one of these to activate the portal. He holds up what appears a small glass bead. Come, let us talk price. I think I'll just kill you.
Don't let it end like this. Oh, feel all stiff.
Now, I don't think I'll be killed so quickly, to be honest with you. But it makes sense because we have a 0 constitution. We will reload because, although we don't have to, we can stay, we can just leave from here and go about our business. We can just continue with the exploration. We do need to do Mebbeth's quests. Well, let's load. Let's load. I don't want to walk all the way back.
I feel stronger.
Excuse me? Oh, okay, so it's doing this now. And it auto-saved as well. Alright.
I feel stronger.
We're not going in there then.
Done.
Not yet. We will later. Let's talk to Yellow Fingers. This Weasley-looking fellow is skulking about the garbage like a tattered shadow. Seeing you and Morty, he beckons to you. Hst! Hey, the skull. Where you get the skull, eh? Me skull it is. Give it back to me. This is not your skull. You calling me a liar, eh? Skull's mine, mine! He mumbles for a moment, eyes rolling and darting. You're the thief spitting lies. I'll gut you. We'll threaten him. I wouldn't try it, actually. The man glances at you, eyes narrow. Suddenly he attacks. Meet his attack. Yellow Fingers is dead. Or I'm dead, for that matter. Why is there no sound? Did I turn it off completely? These Sliders are fucking terrible. I'm sorry. They are. They are just terrible. Okay. We can take out this guy at least. We got 25 XP and some copper. I don't think he was important, but I might be wrong. I don't remember. There's a lot of things in this game I don't remember. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's cranium rats. We don't want... Yeah, you're hurt. You're gonna be hurt more if you don't take these out quick enough. They also are very, like... I also don't heal. I never heal. I don't care. I'm not healing.
I'm hurt. Right.
You'll understand what craniums are later. Cranium rats. They are a fucking menace. Bloody menace there. Let's come here. Nothing good going on. Nothing good going on. So what was the point of coming here, you say? Could kill a bunch of rats.
I'm gone.
Collect... They're not a very tight bunch. You just killed one of their friends. Uh-oh. Jareem. Hello, Jareem. What? Who? Greetings. We don't have time to talk to you. You see, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to complete my spell without the key component. Maybe I can help. Jareem pauses for a second. I guess it couldn't hurt. I'm in need of a ruby to complete my spell. It must be of exceptional quality, not like the junk they sell at the marketplace. If you should find one, bring it back to me and I shall make it worth your while.
Updated my journal.
Farewell. Blood charm. Stiletto. Nice.
Hurt.
Oh. Also, very nice, but he becomes hostile. This is why I saved. This game is a little bit...
I feel stronger.
You can't ever properly tell. Sorry, did we talk to him? Was it before or after? No, I'm still looking. Sometimes you loot a chest or a crate.
I'm gone.
And it's okay, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes they attack you. The owner attacks you. Someone comes to speak to Nod. Speaks to Nod, eh? He suddenly breaks into a fit of hacking coughs, then nods to himself. What are you doing? Nothing, except looking for debtors, nothing else. He sniffs, then gives you another hacking cough. He mumbles for a moment, then speaks again. Nothing else. Need the jink, jink, jink. Why are you looking for corpses? Starts nodding without really looking at you. Hold him to the back to the black place, the mortuary. He tilts his head back and forth and nods again. There, the dusties, they haggles and gives jink. They takes the debtors in, they do and nod, don't talk to him. They till the next body. He snips, wiping at his nose with the back of his hand. Why do they pay for corpses? He shrugs. No matter, he smiles, then nods sagely. Jink for me, jink, jink. What's this place? Frowns and licks his lips. Rat Pickers Square. The square, trash everywhere, everywhere. He coughs. Okay, had some other questions? Let's give him 10 coppers. Jink for not, jink, jink, he mumbles for a moment, hiding the copper coins away in the folds of his robes. Ask not tries to answer, eh? He coughs for a bit, spitting something off to the side. Tell me about Mebbeth. Midwife, cures and charms. She helps with the wee ones. Nice. He wrinkles his nose. Her place up on the platform smells bad. I'm looking for a journal. No journal. Do you know a man named Farad? He looks frightened and starts to shake his head. Farad. He scratches at his head. What? What about him? He frowns and shakes his head as if he's not sure he should be speaking to you. Do you know where I can find him? He shakes his head and mumbles. He glances quickly at you and then begins to murmur again to himself. It sounds like he's uttering a prayer against evil. No, not here. In square. He frowns as if unsure how to explain it, but not in the square. He shakes his head again, then coughs. Tell me about this area. The square. Egg pick is square. Trash everywhere. Hey, Sharegrave Square. He mumbles to himself for a moment. Tell me about Sharegrave. Sharegrave's shadow is long, falls over Nod, it does, eh? Nod gives some his jing to Sharegrave. Sharegrave tells others in his shadow watches out for Nod, eh? He sniffs, nodding slowly. Tell me about the collectors. Me, he seems unsure for a moment, then nods assent. Me, scoops up the debtors, take the dusties. Dusties pay jink. Not happy, everybody happy. Right. Tell me about this area. This is all I wish to know. Ignore. Okay. We do need to talk to Sharegrave at one point. And this point is now. There's Radbone. Hello, Radbone. This man is whistling a cheerful tune and playing with a well-kept fighting knife. As you approach him, he stops whistling and gives you a curious look. What do you want? It's all questions. Me name's Ratbone, Cutter. I'm a thief for hire in the employ of Sharegraves, the boss of the collectors you see around this square. He pays me mostly to learn his lads to be real quiet-like and how to fight if they runs into a spot or trouble. That's likely the only questions I'll answer for you, Cutter. Thief for hire, could you train me? Sure. For a spot of jing, been trained before? No, I haven't. That's fine, I'm gonna cuff you now, so dodge it. Dodge the blow. Your word right, but well, no. 50 commons, no thanks. Man shrugs listlessly. We don't want to be a thief. I don't find playing as a thief all that fun in this game, and we got other thieves coming up later. Where's your... I'm looking for a name for a man named Farad. Do you know where he is? Redbone shakes his head. Nay, I don't. Here he's nearby, though. Some of his lads come running through at times, making for some hidey-hole that's who knows where. Somewhere up around those elevated platforms, I'll bet. But it's none of me business. He shrugs and spits on the ground. Live and let live, says Radbone. Where's your boss, Sharegrave? In also the large, dilapidated house beside him. Careful, though, Cutter. He don't like visitors. He's right suspicious of everyone. Sharegrave's not even his real name. Just what me and some of the others calls him. That's all I wish to know. Yes, this guy teaches us to become a thief. We do not care about that. Look at him pacing. Mumbles sourly. Now, I'm saving because I want to steal from him, maybe. No, we can't. Tall and lanky, this pale, grim-looking man exudes authority despite his gangly and somewhat awkward frame. A good portion of his left ear is missing. What little that's left is a ragged mess of scar tissue, as if the ear was bitten rather than cut off. His narrow, shifting eyes, almost mere slits, look clever and dangerous. Would you be Sharegrave? He spits out a reply. I don't know you, Berg. He glares at you. Who are you to be asking about some Sharegrave, Cutter? A man called Pox referred me to Sharegrave. I was told he might know the location of someone named Farad. The tension in the room suddenly rises. Now, what a funny thing to be asking about. What do you want to know about old blood Farad for? He's a friend of mine. He stole something from me and I want it back. The man is silent for a moment, then cracks a smile. He steals from us all, doesn't he? Whether we are living or dead, he chuckles. What do you mean? Our main source of living around here is the dead, you follow? You're a collector. Aye, that's right, he looks at you as if he's considering something. Now, there's only so many debtors at one time. Any one time. My bloods and I can only gather so many. If somebody else is gathering debtors, then that's that much less jink that goes into our pockets. So, Farad is taking buddies too. Hey, so?
Updated my journal.
The rub is that he's found a motherload of them. Now I haven't heard of any massacres in Sigil. He frowns, tapping at his chin. So I'm quite interested in knowing where all the debtors are coming from. I could find out for you if you'd like. Oh, eh? And how would you do that? All I need to do is find them. Let me worry about the rest. Hey, you got it. I'll even give you 100 copper commons for your trouble. Go up on the platforms, formed to the north and east, and you'll come to a gate that leads to Farad's Bolt Hole. Getting in and getting the information is your deal. And if anyone asks, you don't know me, and we never had this talk. Who are you? For a smart carter, you don't listen too well. Leave.
All right.
We don't want to mess with Sharegrave. He looks tough. Right, map. Midwife's hut. Share grave. That's it. That's a nice effect on the map. Didn't used to be there. It's all the enhanced edition.
Watch, Chief. Just look natural.
Tower.
Casual.
Okay, we do need to get it to that part, but I don't know how. Do I? There is some way. I'm unsure of what way that is. The archway leads only inches into the small building before becoming blocked by a solid wall of refuse. The rubbish is packed so tightly it may as well be stones and mortar. As you come closer, however, the archway's outline begins to shimmer. You notice the handful of junk you've been carrying about begins to shimmer as well. Thrust the junk into the archway. And we've opened a portal to Farad. This is how easy it is to actually sort of get to him, or, you know, kind of get to him. But, is it that easy? Is that even important? We don't, you know, got nothing. Collector. Okay. A small,
I'm gone.
tiny hut. Bunch of shit in it. So there's something useful. Again, there's nothing useful. I would have sworn there was some junk at least, you know? Maybe I'm just mistaken.
All right.
And we're not going into that particular portal just yet. And look at this beauty, by the way. I love this area for some reason. It's all this shit. And it's so tight, kind of tightly packed. I wonder if we can get up there, though. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you can't. I'd love to get up there. Oh, sorry. Misclicked. Alright. Let's get out of here for now. One ear. Hello, One Ear. See a shady looking fellow standing before you, picking his teeth with what appears to be a tiny metal fork. His chest is covered by patchwork armor adorned with large spikes, and a long knife hangs at his side. You notice he is missing his right ear. Hello.
Updated my journal.
He regards you coolly from the shadows as if sizing you up. I have some questions for you. If it's the one-eared tiefling scowls at you threateningly. Pike off, Berg, or I'll have your guts for garters. If it's garters you're after, I just happen to have a pair. Your mother left them in my bed last night. Ignore his threats and walk away. He will be useful later. Somewhat useful. Another harlot hiding there. Okay. Is there anything here? I think so. Yeah, Gunner, what are you afraid of? Come on, Cutter. Black Abishai, we're not talking to these. They're demons. Not yet. There's a chance we'll, you know, that you end up fighting them, and they're pretty tough. But here's Mar. Your first impression of Mar is that he needs a long bath, preferably away from any creature that has any sense of smell. You can almost see the stench waft from his body in sinister yellow tendrils. He motions towards you frantically in an effort to get you to come over and talk to him. Okay, approach the person. A look of excitement crosses his face as you approach. Thank you for stopping. My name is Mar, and I have a favor to ask of you. I'm listening. 'Tis a matter of life or death. I must be delivering these here box, or it be me head for sure. 'Tis me bad luck that I had twisted me leg or something fierce. So will you help me out by delivering this box for me? I'll deliver the box. Mar slowly takes out a small box from within the recesses of his ragged clothing. For the briefest of moments, you see a look of regret cross his face. Then it's gone. He looks at you and hands you the box. A slight shimmer surrounds the box as both you and Mar touch it. A sigh of relief is heard as Mar releases the books into your care. What now? He's been needed to deliver to Quatra. He can usually be found somewhere down in the southeastern section of the hive. Oh, unless you try to say I didn't warn you. If whatever happens, do not open the box. And don't leave the hive with the box. I'll be off with you. Okay, I'll be back when I deliver it.
Updated my journal.
Hee hee hee. Hee hee hee. What's so funny, bitch? Look at these limbs. They're all dead, I think. Mahult. Porphyron. We talked to Porphyron, didn't we? Please, Porphyron, Mahult. Oh, come on. These hive thugs always try to ambush it. Am I planning to die? I do not want to. Let Morty fight this one. He's pretty good at it. Look at this skull just chasing thugs all around the square. He's angry. He's an angry boy, this skull. Can you just bloody die? Can you do that for me, please? Oh, actually, we do need to sell some of the crap that we've been picking up. Especially that. Well, we can't sell the cobblestone. It's a very important quest item. Off you go. There you go. Got lucky. Got a crit as well. He is quite the fighter, Morty. In fact, at this point in time, he is a way, way better fighter than we are. Okay, let's go talk to Fleece first. You see a man who is looking around at the buildings with some confusion. He looks lost and is mumbling to himself. Greetings! The man looks relieved. At last, I beg your indulgence, good sir. I seem to have gotten turned around in this maze of streets. He chuckles uncomfortably. I'm afraid this area of city is somewhat, he glances around, apprehensively unknown to me. The residents seem to be most unwilling to extend aid to a visitor. He looks at you hopefully. Could I prevail upon you to help me, perchance? Sounds like a neckbeard. Anyway. You're on your own? No. Depends on the kind of help you need. I seek the house of my aunt, Marguerite. She is reported to dwell in a house close to the mortuary, but the street layout seems to have changed since my last visit. Do you know of the house of which I speak? I'm afraid that I have never heard of such a place. The man frowns in disappointment. I suppose it would have been too much good fortune to hope that you would know of such a place. Not slightly think. I actually do know the place. That she didn't want to talk to us, the lady. Oh, I'm sorry, this is wrong. You're about to turn away when you suddenly have a feeling that something is amiss. Suspicious, you glance at the man again, just in time to see him withdrawing his hand from your purse. You can't be sure, but you think he might have taken something from you. Bait the man into pickpocketing you again, and observe his technique. Engage the man in light conversation, simply study his movements. This man seems to rely on two things. One, what did I get? Experience, yes. Pretending to be a high-class citizen out of his element to lower the target's guard, and two, distracting the mark by having the victim point out directions. When the victim turns to point at the street or landmark, the man skims the mark's purse and tucks items into his conveniently long sleeves to make a mental note of his technique, just as he makes another grab. You make a mental note of his technique, just as he makes another grab for your purse. Grab his hand. You're not fast enough. He yanks his hand back before you can grab it, because our dexterity is low. With a yelp, he bolts running down the street. Alright then. Let's fucking kill him. Bastard. Nice. Coppers, dirty rat child. Perfect. There's another boy called Hult, and then there's also this place. I don't remember what it is. Mhult. This man appears less dour and wary of passers-by than the people around him. He moves with an upbeat gait, casually scanning the ground to either side of him as he goes. As you approach him, he nods a friendly greeting. Greetings. Oh, Cutter, say, you seen any deaders about? No, nearby, no. I had some questions. Too bad, he shrugs. Had some questions, did you? Ask away then. What are you looking for? Deaders, of course. Don't you recognize the robes of a collector? He grabs a hold of the cloth and holds it up for you. It's for your inspection. No. Hey, collectors, he indicates his ragged brown robes. These here are collector's robes, Cutter. Any poor sod. Hey, my man. Any poor sod you see wearing these, me for instance, is most likely looking for deaders, buddies to sell at the mortuary. He shrugs. Whatever it takes to get by in the hive, right? Haha. Do the collectors work together? Not really. Rival packs. Yeah, I'm sorry. None of this is really important. Can you tell me about this area? This is hive. Searching for a journal. He doesn't know. Farad. Collector's boss, he doesn't. Doesn't really know. And he's not very useful, turns out. I thought he would give me a quest. Now, my friend, you just came at the most inopportune time because my laundry is ready and I have to go hang it up. So, if you could hold on for a moment. Well, give me a sec. I'll go into this building and then. Because I don't remember what's in here. Ah, I see. It's this place. Okay, I forgot this place is another can of worms. I'll see you in a second. What the hold up, eh? What's the hold up? What's the hold? Oh, I regen.
Oh, come on, let's shake a leg.
You shake a leg.
I mean, you shake a leg.
Shakalaka. Shakalaka, shake a leg. Oh, right. This man. Well, first let's rob him. First, let's rob him blind. He's got nothing. He's got nothing either. Okay, this is a bit of a flop house, you see. Alright. You see a short, balding man standing in what serves as the foyer to this ramshackle flop house. His bushy brows are furrowed in concentration as he picks at what appears to be a scab on his large, bulbous nose. Hello? The man doesn't bother to look up. Instead, he continues to stare cross-eyed down at his nose. Yeah? What do you want? I don't want to rest yet. I have no question, we ain't that nice, he flashes you a sarcastic killer-tooth smile. And I'm sure he'll be finding the answers someday, but I got me a business to run. So if you don't want to bid, then I suggest you pike off. So can I have a bid then? Sure you can, Burke. If you got the jink for it, nobody puts up here for free except old Nestor over there. And that's only because no one's addle coved enough to mess with him. Tell me about this Nestor. Nestor's what a balmy old sod in the corner there. Is that balmy old sod in the corner? He hikes a thumb over his shoulder towards the back of the room. Watch your step around him, Burke. He's not right in the head, always rattling his bone box about his fork and all. I wish someone would do us all a favour and get rid of him. Why don't you get rid of him yourself? You don't think I've tried? I have. And look what I gets for me offered. He leans his face forward and points at the bleeding scab on his nose. The balmy sod nearly bit me nose off. I could get rid of him for you. I'll tell you what, Cutter, if you can get rid of him for me, you can stay here for free as often as you like, deal? Fair enough, I'll do it. Okay. A little quest from Mr. Nestor here, from Ollie Schmolly. See an aging man in soiled and tattered clothes, frantically pacing in the corner. His shock of filthy white hair sticks out in every direction, and his face, encrusted with dirt and streaks of dried blood, is covered with grey stubble. Every few seconds he stops pacing and flails about, suddenly muttering and cursing as if assaulted by some unseen foe. He does not seem to notice your approach. Hello? The sound of your voice, the old loon wheels around about to face you, his wide staring eyes bulging in their sockets. He regards you for a brief moment, then returns to his raving. No, 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 it's not you. But soon, yes, soon. Who are you talking about? The old man seems oblivious of your presence. Hoo, you'll come, yes, you'll come, and old Nest'll be waiting. Look, Carla asked me to get rid of you, so you're going to have to leave. No! Jaja don't want to leave. Nesta's face turns beet red and his whole body shakes in protest. My fork. Can't leave without my fork. Ho, 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 fork. Ah, your fork. Fork, fork, fork. Can't go home without my fork. Nesta's frenzy reaches a violent crescendo. He begins hopping up and down maniacally, then suddenly stops, lowers his head, and runs headlong into a large wooden cupboard that stands against the back wall of the fork house. It's a fork house now. The force of the impact knocks the old man flat on his back. After a few seconds, he stands back up, a dazed expression on his face. Gone, stolen, can't go home without my fork. Stolen, you say? Who took your bloody fork? Nesta stares at you for a long moment, then begins rummaging through the pockets of his filthy tunic. After a few seconds, he produces what appears to be a dismembered ear. Judging by the stench and color of the ear, you'd wager that the old loon has been toting it around in his pocket for some time. You have my fork, don't you? Don't you? He holds the ear close as if speaking to you. Bring back my fork. Maybe I can help you. Waiting. Hoo. He shakes the ear violently as he shouts into it. Until you bring it back, then I can go home. Right, I'll try. Oh, well. I want the ear. Give me the fucking ear.
Updated my journal.
I guess he doesn't give you the ear. Oh, maybe he gives it when you get his fork back. Okay. Now these guys are also NPCs. They look different, but you know, he's just sleeping here. They are just NPCs. They're just a race. Now I happen to know where that particular fork is. And it's right here, because you have a person named One Ear. Let's talk to him. And I saved because he might kill me. I don't cheat. I talked to him before, actually. And look, I completed this game like at least 10 times when I was a kid. Yeah, I know where the fork is, exactly. Everybody knows where the fork is. It's with this guy. You wouldn't have happened to lost that ear while robbing an old man here in the hive. I don't know what you're talking about, Burke. He glares at you angrily. Now I suggest you get your mangled carcass out of my sight before I carve my name into you. Certainly, just give me the fork you stole from him and I'll be on me way. With a flash of movement too quick to follow, he whips his knife from his sheath and begins waving it menacingly before you. Why don't you come and take it from me, Buck? Let's dance, bitch. Now, I'm not gonna do the dancing because I'm still a bit winded, but Morty can do it.
I'm gone.
Right, Morty? Bye-bye. Oh, shit. Woman, get out of my fucking way! Morty is a killing machine, you know. I suck. I don't do a lot of damage. Like, I take a lot of damage too. Okay, small steel fork, bronze bracelet, and my inventory is full. Oh, ornate box. Oh, we can actually open that. Yeah, this is a fork. It does 1 to 2 piercing damage. The speed is 2. Not usable by priests. This fork is definitely no prize piece of cutlery. Its steel finish is scratched and slightly bent, and its tines are crusted with dirt. It's not a good... Ah, I see. This is the dirty rat charm. Now, okay, Morty, you keep all this I actually need to sell so much stuff. And I have a very bad habit of just keeping everything on me. But I'm not gonna change that habit. Just so you know. He's dead! Thank you, Morty. Thank you for your teeth. Thank you for your teeth.
Hey, Cutter! Come here! Come on in and sleep it off! Have a good one!
So,
I'm gone.
you'll see what the deal with the fork is. Let's talk to Nestor. Nestor. Fork for fork? Can't go home without my fork. Look, Arlo asked me to get rid of you, so you... Oh, wait, sorry. Is this the fork you speak of? Nestor hastily snatches up the fork. My fork! My fork! Fork, fork, fork! He hops up and down, excitedly winging the fork back and forth in an elaborate pattern above his head, as if he were performing some sort of ritual. Now I can go home. Farewell, hoo-hoo, he says. Farewell, Nestor. Nestor turns to leave. Then, as if struck with some afterthought, he turns back around and hands you a scrap of something soft and rubbery. The severed ear. Upon closer examination, you notice that there is an earring still dangling from it. Let's not have the flesh. Let's just pocket the earring and discard the rotting piece of flesh.
Updated my journal.
And now, watch him go. He just opens it. You know what? So, you needed that fork to open a portal. And the earring is useless, but we'll sell it. Plus 10% to stealth skill. We're not going to do the thief thing, so... What? I gave you an earring, you know. It's not bad. Never mind. What's up with the portals? The portals are... Remember Ingress? Ingress from last episode. So she... the thing is... Sigil is a city of doors, right? And in Sigil, there are portals everywhere, and they can be opened accidentally by anything. Yeah, she was miserable because she would always keep opening these portals, but she couldn't go back home. She has some talent for opening portals, apparently. So that's fine. However, there are a lot of portals in here, and Mr. Nestor, his fork, could open portals. So he just got up and left. She was miserable. Oh, come on. Fucking hive thugs. Let's kill him. Ow. Now he's running. He's running. Look at him run. He attacked me first. I didn't do anything. Now he's dead. Stop hitting me, Dabbers. He's just fixing the streets. He didn't even drop anything. Yeah, that's convenient. Anyway, let's piss off. Oh, Jesus, there's so many areas in this game. Anyway. These are just hive dwellers. Don't remember what's up here. Don't think there's anything of particular interest. There's a bunch of Dabbuses. Lionheart. It's like I've heard of it, but I don't quite recall what it's about. Okay, we found our first merchant. Well, not the first merchant, but, you know, more or less. Rags. Hello, merchant. Solder merchant has a worldly look to him. His deep voice is gentle but confident. Ah, hello there. Are you ready to sample some of the most delectable treats from across the planet, my good man? Now, we have a quest for this guy. Mebbeth, the midwife of the square, needs some herbs sprung from the seed here. Can you help me? The man takes the seed, looks at it critically. As he presses it between his thumb and forefinger, he winces and a small drop of blood appears on his thumb. Ah! This seed's got a bite on it. I noticed that. Do you have the herbs she's talking about? He can't seem to take his eye off the seed. Lad, I don't know if there's anyone who has what your friend seeks. To be square, I've never seen such a seed before. You would need someone who cultivates seeds such as this, for I have none. Very well then, where would I find such a person? Don't know the dark of that, friend. He hands the seed back to you. You'd be hard-pressed to find a gardener in the hive. I see. Can I see what else do you have? All manner of delicacies. Let's purchase something actually. We'll be back to this guy. I'll try some, because look, Garbar route, sure, sounds amazing. I want to try that, but we'll do that later. Giscoral, Hive Merchant. I think we need. Oh yeah, we need this guy. Come on, come on! I want to see your blades. Yes, very nice. We need to sell him a bunch of crap. Tome of Ash and Bone. We don't need this anymore, but we do need the money. We actually don't even need the money that much. We don't need the obsidian ring. Morty, what do you have? Don't need the hammer, don't need this, don't need this, don't need this, don't... Actually, stiletto. Yeah, let's keep the stiletto. Fist irons, knife. You don't need any of that. Green steel knife. No, we don't need that. This guy has got all sorts of crap. Poor quality mace, antler axe, maul, daggers. Brings the battle axe of quality. Okay. We'll try all those things a little bit later. What I'm trying to get to in this episode is actually, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I'm trying to make us a mage. We need to go into a dungeon, basically, but we are very, very weak. Classajai, nah. Labor, iron nails, weak wind. Radar. Look at all these, and look, limbs. They're fucking naked. I will remain naked forever. This is how you begin the game. How many hours? Well, this episode is how many hours long? Let me see. Let me check my streaming thing. I don't know. Oh, come on! If you stand too long by the hive thugs, they start to attack. Okay, this has been going on for an hour and 40 minutes, right? In total. I think the previous one is an hour and 30 minutes, I think. And the first one is about 2 hours long, I think. This game is long. I know it. I knew it when I started it, so, you know, I gotta... What? Come on. Why do I have to run after you? There are no swords in this game. This is a design choice. Well, there is one sword in this game. Maybe. But we won't be able to use it. And there's very little armor. There is some. But none of it is important. You don't need to wear any armor. You get your armor class from other things, really. What's this? What's this? I'm looking for a certain NPC that might be able to help us. Oh, and I remember he's on this map. Crier of Essenon. Oh, come on. This is the most annoying part about the hive. You keep being jumped by these thugs and running after them, because if you don't, you'll always be in combat and for some reason in this enhanced edition they're running even faster and even more active. I think. Feels like it anyway. Alright, enough. It's fine. What the hell? Look at that. Look at how much damage it just did to me. I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay, no. I'm not dead. And notice the healing. I just heal forever. There's no animation, you don't need to wait, it just happens instantly. What a nice design choice, eh? I mean, I like it. But it makes the game a bit too easy sometimes. Okay, just off this one and we can go. Thank you, Morty. Thank you so bloody much. We don't even need much money in this game, to be honest. Ash mantle. I don't remember. There's a guy with the trees. He can grow it. But I don't quite remember where he is. Is he here? No, I don't think so. He might not be in here.
Just like natural. Casual.
Anyway, we'll go back to Mebbeth. Because we need to do this quest. We need to do this storyline of her, of Mebbeth, so that we can learn spells and be more powerful in general. At the moment, we are weak. Look at that. A bunch of thugs just caved my skull in. Almost. Hello, Mebbeth. Your path brings you back here, does it? I found the fruit merchant in the market. Eh? Have you gotten the herbs I wanted? Not yet, Mebbeth. He said he couldn't help me, that I'd have to find a gardener. Mebbeth grunts. Layabouts. In the olden days, people gave ingredients, not excuses. So what should be done? Look for a gardener, I suppose. She chews her lip. Where? Mebbeth frowns. I haven't been out of this hut in many cycles, child. I don't know where one might find a gardener. But if you want to learn the art, you'll have to learn to be persistent. So look! There must be one somewhere in the hive. I'll go look for one then. Normally how I would play this game is I would just sweep an area and complete everything I can in it. Just being methodical, but we will be running into some problems if we do it that way. So I don't want to do it that way. We'll be running into dying problems. It's fine. You can't really die as this character. However, I would love to avoid it. If we can avoid it, you know. Where's the tree guy? Don't remember. Shit. I was like, oh, I remember everything about this game, but I in fact, I forgot a lot of it. I did forget a lot of it. There he is. Mourns of Teresa. Hello? You see a tired-looking, sorrowful old man who is gazing at the ash-dead tree in front of him. He's mumbling to himself and tapping his chin as if trying to figure something out. Occasionally, he shakes his head sadly. Hello? He seems momentarily startled as you interrupt his train of thought. He speaks in a calm, unhurried tone, but one full of sadness. Oh, greetings to you, friend. How's this day find you? It finds me miserable. He seems to become even more downhearted. That's too bad, friend. Sorry to hear that. Hope your fortune improves. He seems about to turn back to the tree. And how's this day find you? He shrugs slightly and proffers a bit of a smile. Fortune finds me well, though I am saddened just the same. Where's that? He pats the tree beside him. It's the trees here in the hive. They're dying, friend, and no one cares. Seeing the look on your face, he holds his hands up as if to silence you for a moment. May not matter to some, but it's important to me. I feel it's a shame to see the last tatters of life and beauty in this world left uncared for to die. Can you understand that, friend? This reminds me of our hometown, my friend. Yes, you're right, it's a sad thing. Seems surprised and blurts out, really? Oh, I mean, wonderful, perhaps you would... He pauses and seems suddenly suspicious. He recomposes himself, speaking in his usual slow manner. In any case, that's good. I suppose you have some questions for me now. No, not just yet. What is it you were going to ask? For the first time, the man seems genuinely happy. Beaming, he explains. It's difficult for anything to survive here. Just look around and you'll see what I mean, friend. I'm not sure if it's possible for the trees to thrive here, even if they somehow were to get enough light and clean water. Go on. He nods enthusiastically. But if enough people care, really want them to live, I just know they'll survive. They'll turn green again and flourish. You could be right. I am right, I'm certain of it. A sense of conviction surrounds him like an aura. He seems so unlike the man you first spoke to. That's all I'd ask of you, friend. Just care for them, hope for their recovery. In time, should enough people want it, it'll come to pass. Can you do that for me, friend? And I want the trees to be green again as well, so yes, we'll help. Excellent, my friend, excellent. I thank you. You've given me back my confidence, my purpose. Perhaps I can find others like you who listen. Perhaps we'll make a difference. Yeah. What about your companions, friend? Would you speak to them on my behalf? We'll come back to this guy. Morty, what do you think? Huh? Oh yeah, Chief, sure, whatever you say. Fucking bitch. I'm serious, Morty. Can you make the effort? Morty looks at you for a while silently, then nods. Yeah, I can. If it's that important to you, I'll do it. Thanks, Morty. Thanks, I had some questions, Mons. Nothing else to ask him yet, but we'll come back and talk to him when we have more followers, as you may guess. I need some herbs sprung from this seed. Can you help me? Mourns for Trees takes the seed from you and holds it up to his eye. What an odd seed. Are those teeth along the edge? Barbs, perhaps. Where did you come by it, old friend? Old Mebbeth, the midwife of the square, needs some herbs sprung from that seed. Do you know where I could get some? Make trees great again, yes. We will issue green hats instead of red ones. No. Mourns for Trees continues to stare at the seed in his hand. This is the only seed of its kind I've ever seen. He winces and a spot of blood glistens on his thumb. The barbs on it are sharp indeed. Perhaps you should hold on to it, or perhaps you should hold it. So you can't help me either. Unless you can make that one grow. I cannot. Again, I've never seen a seed of its like before, friend. If we wanted it to grow enough, is it possible to make it grow? If I wanted for my penis to grow enough, would it be possible? I ask myself every night. Perhaps if you cared enough to see it grow. Focus on the seed, will it to grow. To your surprise, there's a crack and the seed splits, twigs splitting from its surface like fingers. Instinctively you drop the seed, but the talon-like twigs wrap around your wrist and will not let go. What the heck?
Updated my journal.
Mourns for Trees stares at the barbed branches wrapped around your wrist, stunned. I think the barbs on those new branches would be more than enough for what your friend needs. Yeah, I also hope she can get this damn thing off of me. Look before I go. Okay. We don't need to talk to him more than that. And we'll go back to Mebbeth and give her the barbed thing. I think this is the only area that I've fully explored. Oh, this area, more or less too. In the mortuary, but mortuary will be coming back to that again. There are a lot of areas in this game we'll be going back to once we have new information, items, or whatever. Hello, Mebbeth. You crazy old cow. Your path brings you back here, does it, child? I returned with those herbs you wanted. Now, maybe you can get this damn bramble patch off my wrist. Is that so? Mebbeth glances at the barbs that surround your wrist. If so, think it off then. Think it off. Do so. Creaking and snapping, the black barbed branches unravel themselves from your wrist and form into a tangled ball of brush and twigs. It looks like a nest of dead black snakes. Mebbeth snorts. Think it into a picture frame or some such, something with more structure and less angles. Concentrate on the barbed ball, then imagine it as a picture frame. The branch ball creaks, the twigs bending and twisting until the branches have bent themselves into a small picture frame, 2 handspans on a side. Almost unconsciously, you imagine shape the barbs to the back of the frame so it can be hung from the wall easily. And as an afterthought, you move the remaining barbs to the inside of the frame so it can be picked up by the edges. How's that? Mebbeth stares at the frame for a moment, then cackles. Ha! Square enough it is! Good work, child, good work. She picks up the frame and scrutinizes it. This'll do nicely. Is that all you wanted it for? Eh, well, that is enough. She sniffs. Hey, but there was one thing I forgot to tell you to fetch when you left last time, and it'll take you back to the merchant square, it will. Look for the cloth seller, Giscol. He has some rags of mine that he was supposed to wash, and long has it been since I first asked him to do it. Stupid old woman, you could have mentioned that before I left. All right, I'll be back. Oh, Morty leveled up. Oh, Morty leveled up. Come to me, my baby. Morty, we can just level up because we can't change his class. He's level 3 fighter. Let's level him up. He got 10 HP, and 2 from Constitution. He can use a rod, staff, or wand. I don't know how he does it, but there you go. Oh, that's saving throws. Anyway, he can't use anything. Right, but his fighting skills have improved. Alright. I'm a skull. Oh, and by the way, Morty is chaotic good. You know why he's chaotic, I think? Because he likes hookers. Not lawful. Hookers are illegal. In this world, anyway. Cleaning rags. Rags? Oh, the shit. Okay, we'll give him this letter. We'll grab this. He likes hookers. He likes women. We can't have him because he doesn't have a dick. I'll keep the scalpel for old time's sake. I remember. Yeah, let's get rid of all this shit. We don't need any of it. I'll throw this out. I'll throw this out. This we need to give back. We can do this. We'll give this to Morty. Poor guy. You know, I feel like he's doing fine. He doesn't really seem to care for a body. I cleaned up our inventory somewhat. Now this box, yeah, we'll get back to that box.
Good as done.
We're supposed to take it somewhere, but that's not what we're gonna do. I don't think, anyway. So, we need to pick up some cleaning from the bazaar. Mebbeth's old panties, or some such. She makes you run around, she does. And for this, we need to talk to Mr. Giscol. Hello. You see a spindly-looking merchant with a brush of grey and red stubble across his chin. He wears several layers of brightly coloured robes, so much so that he looks like a flag with arms and legs. He's shaking slightly as you watch. Are you Giscol? Aye, Giscol. He bows and spreads his trembling hands. As he does, you notice his hands and forearms are a twisted mass of black scar tissue, as if they were once badly burned. How did you hurt your hands? Giscol doesn't seem to have heard you. He answers only with his spiel, delivered in the same flat monotone. Giscol, buy cloth, sell cloth, wash cloth, mend cloth, and he gestures at his layers of clothing with his shaking hands. Wear cloth. I asked, how did you hurt your goddamn hands? Giscol's monotone breaks. Giscol, buy cloth, sell cloth, wash cloth. Yes. He gestures at himself again, but his hands are shaking so badly that he cannot even finish. It's another poor guy here. Oh, never mind. Look, I'm here to pick up someone's wash. Mebbeth, the midwife, rag picker square? Washcloth? Yes, Mebbeth, rag picker square. Hey, rag picker? He taps his fingers as if counting something. I know! I remember. He holds up a trembling finger as if telling you to wait. Wait for him to fetch the wash. He comes back with a flattened mass of green rags, thin as paper, yet so stiff they look like they could double as wooden boards. The rags are so caked with the greenish lime starch that they look like it would take years of soaking to relax them. How many times did you clean these? Gisco, washcloth, starch cloth, every 5th day. Washcloth, starch cloth, every 5th day. His eyes flicker. Gisco wash many years, always starch cloth on 5th day. Gisco's ritual. But they're ruined. Washcloth is Gisco ritual. His voice is flat, almost zombie-like. Must touch cloth every 5th day. What's the point of doing it every 5 days when you don't need... Oh, never mind, just hand them over. Give cloth. He nods, then hands you the rags. They're heavy, it's like carrying an armload of bricks. Yes, I'll take them to Mebbeth. Now let's sell our shit. Yes, let's sell some of our shit at least. Rat tail will sell in another area. Do we need an iron? Yeah, we actually do. We do need it, I think. So we'll leave it for now. Crescent hatchet, we don't need. Dirty rat charm, we don't need. We'll sell it. Left arm. Morty, can you actually? How about you throw out these wooden clubs, because they sell for 0. We'll just be carrying around all this shit. The most important item is this cobblestone. We're not getting rid of that ever. Ever! I said ever! Every 5th day! Alright.
Come in, Basher. Look here, the finest Toledo blade.
Our finest Toledo blades. Sounds good.
I'm gone.
Can you just leave me the fuck alone for a second? Fucking hives. Hive thugs. At least he died fast.
I'm hurt.
I'm hurt. Don't want to die. I might. I'm not gonna reload. If I die, I die. We die like men. Morty, take care of this fucker. I'm tired of these guys. I'll just gather the cash. See, we already almost got 1,000 coppers. It's quite nice, isn't it? Can you just... There you go. No, actually, I'm not going to go close to these guys. They can also aggro. Pick it up. Morty, come on. Morty. Why don't you listen to me, Morty? Morty?
All right.
Is it actually pronounced Morty or Morte? How would that sound? Yeah, I don't think I can do Rick and Morty. Hey Morty, I don't think. Where did your body go, Morty? I can't fucking do it. Sounds stupid. Mebbeth seems lost in twisting the black branch picture frame you made for her. She's squaring the edges and snapping off some of the barbed seeds off on the branches. Suddenly notices you and sets down the frame. Hey, child. I brought your wash. I think Gisco was a little heavy on the cleaning ritual there. She takes the stacks of starch green rags from you and she examines them critically. At least they won't tear, she sighs, or bend. What was with that cloth merchant, Gisco? His hands were all scarred and he seemed slow. Mebbeth is still turning the cloth over in her hands, tapping it with her finger. Well, child, sometimes one burns with the art, and other times the art burns ye. Is that what happened to him? Mebbeth clicked her tongue. Mayhap. There's some for who using the art is like breathing. They strolls about with pointy hats and stinkweed pipes. Then there's hedge wizards and plaid-touched gypsies and fortune casters and half-seers and midwives who flicker with the art. They have a harder time of it. And Giscol was one of them? Mebbeth nods. So to speak. In some ways, he's no different now than he was. Addicted to habit and ritual he was. She sets down the stiff rags. They clunk as she places them on the floor. Hey now, there's one last thing I need from you, child. Of course, what do you need? Only this. I need some inks for scribing some ingredients in one of me cookery books. I'll need you to fetch some from one of the merchants. Sajai be her name. Right,
Updated my journal.
Oh, this woman, she'll just drive me to the grave with her freaking quests. What does she want from us? I just asked her to teach me to be a mage, and she's like, oh, you gotta do these quests 3 before anything. Yeah, I had to move the chat to be able to leave this area. She's just a menace, Mebbeth.
Get a robot girl, Cutter.
So Kosajai is right over here. There she is. This toothless old crone reeks of fish and brine. Spying from your approach, she gives you a wide pink smile. Fish, my child, fish heads mayhap. Child, hardly. Oh, yes, but a child you are to my ears. Hey, youngsters. These millennials. I believe you're mistaken. Take a closer look. She shuffles up to you. The fish stink is nearly overpowering. The old woman squints at your face first, frowning, and then into your eyes. Only then does she recoil in surprise. Oh my, how many years have those eyes seen? I don't know. How many do you think? Don't know. Too many, I'd say, but no matter. She leans close to whisper in your ear. It won't do to rattle the passerby. Let's keep it our little secret. She resumes her normal tone of voice. So, fish, my child? Hehe. What are you offering exactly? Why, fish! Yeah, don't need fish. Mebbeth said you sell ink. She sent me to purchase some. Ink? She chuckles. Nay, sir, I sell no ink. I sell just fish. Are you sure, Mebbeth? The midwife in Ragpicker's Grove mentioned you specifically. Hey, well, Kosajai was me dam's name, and me grandma's name, so it could be any of us. Yet they're both in the dead book, so only this Kosajai matters. No idea what she's on about. A midwife in the Picker Square, you say? She thinks for a moment. Don't know her, I don't. So you don't have any ink? Well, I can't say that's much of a surprise. That's why Mebbeth is having me run in circles. Now, hold on. Your midwife friend's not all wrong. I know how you can get ink, but it may not be the ink you're looking for. The ink I'm thinking of bleeds from the gills of a Bragatta fiend. It does. But this Bragatta fin, it bleeds ink? She frowns. Hey, thing is that fish is not for eating. It's got a horrible taste, scalds the tongue. You can ask Mayran. She pitches her fish cell down the street, a southerly way, she cackles. She might have one of them fish you need on her pole. I'll go seek her out then.
Updated my journal.
Okay. Where's that Mirar? Whatever her name? Yeah, Rickwood, we'll talk to you later. You smell, so that's why. There she is. This old woman stands silently by the wall, staring off into the distance. She seems to be unconcerned with the flow of traffic around her, and clutches a wooden pail from which dozens of small fish are dangling. Hello? Hello, sir. She squints at you for a moment, trying to discern your identity. Oh my, yeah, I was thinking you're one of my regular customers. She proffers her fishbowl. Tuna, sir, mackerel, sea cucumber? Ah, hasten. No fish, thanks. Her mouth presses down into a tight-lipped frown, and she stares off over your shoulder. Look behind you, see what she's staring at. You can see nothing of interest behind you. There's actually Morty's floating out there, so... As you turn back to her, you catch her looking at you. She looks away quickly, resuming and staring off into the distance once more. What? Do I look familiar to you? Goodness, no, eh? Yeah. Goodness no, but she pauses for a minute and says, hey, yeah, you do. Have you seen me before then? I think, yeah, or a man with your very likeness, sir. It was a long time ago. Tell me. Well, sir, you see, my sight's not so good now. It wasn't back then either, but I thought I saw you walking past with a small group trailing along behind you. What did these people look like? It's hard to say, sir. It was so long ago, and you walked by so quick-like, but I remember now the way you held your head up. There was a woman following you, trying to stop you, to get you to turn around, speak to her, but you pushed her away. What happened then? Beautiful woman she was. Looked so sad, so angry, all at once. She stood there for a moment and followed along behind you just the same, hustling to catch up. You had said there was a group? Who else was there? She shrugs. There's at least 2 other gentlemen with you, sir. The only one I remember too clearly, though, was tall, thin. Reeked of bub, he did. I smelled him from across the way. Looked like he hadn't bathed in ages, too. He followed you close, he did, and never said a word. Acted like the woman wasn't even there, even when she bumped against him, trying to stop you. That's all I remember, sir. Give her some copper. Let's give her 20. She stares at the heaping handful of coins for a moment, as if unsure what to do. You hold them a bit closer, and she finally takes them, laughing uneasily. Oh my, why thank you, sir. May the Lady Shadow pass you over, and fortune always find you. Please come and visit me any time. Thanks, farewell. Now, we need still the Brigada fin. The fish. Do you have one?
My journal.
Oh, shit, we need the tankard. Because we don't need the fish, we need the ink. So, where do you put the ink? We need some sort of cup. And who sells cups? I think she does. Grim-looking woman spares you only a brief glance before returning to her rant on top of the stage. She has a powerful voice. No. I think this woman. Plates, jugs, cups, tankards. Me, I see. Okay, I need something to hold ink in. Do you have a tankard or a goblet for sale? Cheapest one.
Updated
So,
my journal.
okay, we got a tankard from her.
Come in, Basher. Look here, the finest Toledo blade.
I brought a tankard. Can I get the ink from the fish? Thanks and farewell. Okay. We finally got the ink. Mebbeth, you son of a bitch. Best quest in the entire game. It's the fetchiest of all quests ever. But it is actually not a very typical fetch quest as well. If you consider the story. The story goes as such. Hello, Mebbeth. Mebbeth is tugging at the mass of greenish lime-starched rags you brought from Giscol. She seemed to be purposefully fraying the edges as if to peel them apart somehow. When she hears you approach, she turns. Hey, child. Here's that ink you wanted. Mebbeth takes the tankard of ink from you, then sniffs it. Prime ink, fresh it is, eh? She nods at you. You've done well, child. All I've asked. Now I ask you again. After all you've seen, do you still want to learn the art? Yes, after all, the guiding goal of your errands was to test my persistence, was it not? Mebbeth smiles, then nods. Yes, mayhap, child, mayhap. And that's not all. You knew who I had to see to accomplish each errand, didn't you? Mebbeth nods again, slower this time. Mayhap, child, mayhap. Even so, what did your senses tell you about them? Mourns for trees showed me that my beliefs affect the world around me. Giscol taught me that ritual is a wasted effort if the purpose of the ritual is ignored. Mayram taught me that no matter how much I think I know, there's still much I can learn from another's eyes. Mebbeth is silent for a moment, then she walks slowly over to you and touches you on the cheek. Oh, child, she sighs. You will be a master sorcerer one day, you will. You have the knowing of it yet. You've come to old Mebbeth for help, you have. What could a midwife teach such a one? Much, Mebbeth. I want to learn all you have to teach. So you'll walk the path then? Mebbeth pauses. Well, first things firstly, just having the knack for the art isn't enough. You need some means of giving it focus, usually spells. The spells are usually in a book, so the art demands you have a spell book, or it's like a fool you can cast spells. Can you read? Yeah. Then let's test it. Can you read this? Mebbeth draws forth a small tattered card. It looks like a recipe. Examine the recipe. Jesus! That was too much. Gave me a headache. The writing on the recipe swims before your eyes, each symbol twisting out of focus whenever you try and read it. Almost instinctively, you relax your eyes, allowing them to take in the page all at once, and the symbols suddenly bleed together. The recipe lists, measurements, ingredients. It appears to be some minor divination. This is a minor divination, isn't it? It looks like it's a spell that allows the user to see the nature of an item, to see whether it's enchanted or not. Mebbeth's eyes widen. Who are you to test old Mebbeth so? Are you some fiend? Some have called me so, but not in my presence. Is there something wrong?
Updated my journal.
Well, not expecting it, was I? She nods at the recipe, then plucks it out of your hand. What you see, it's written in the language of the art. If you're not a mageling yet, it should be all a swill jumble of mishmash. She snaps her finger. Yet clear as crystal, you pluck the senses of it right up. May I have you tell old Mebbeth why that is? I think I may have known it once, but forgot. Seeing the symbols just jarred my memory. Or else a natural gift you may have. No matter, no matter. You've just shaved seasons off your learning, you have. Mebbeth harumphs. I'd been looking for someone to handle the chores around here, I had. Maybe it's just as well then. Let's be nice to the old lady. If you need help with anything around here, you can still ask. It's the least I can do in exchange for your teaching me. No, don't worry yourself about that, she frowns. Well, you can read spells well enough, but spells are no good to you without a book to put them in. Do you have one? Mebbeth glances around the hut, and then she catches sight of the black barbed pictures frame you made. She picks it up carefully and studies it. This'll do. That thing, that's just a frame. Ah, but so are you, child. She's still holding the frame. She picks up one of the starched rags she got from Giscol. With a yank, she pulls off the greenish starched surface film. It flutters in the air like a wispy bit of cloth. Whatever Giscol uses in the wash, it works better than curing, stretching and stoning does on a normal rag. Can't afford parchment, I can't. Parchment? She takes the starchy film and pulls it over the black barb frame, latching the rag's edges into the hooks around the frame until it looks like a small greenish-black painter's canvas. It's missing something. Well, it needs something painted on it. She nods. Hey, or written on it. She takes the tankard of ink you've given her and sets it down next to her. She dips one of her fingernails into the tankard, then draws it out, mumbling to herself. She begins to scratch symbols onto the frame one by one, still mumbling to herself. Wait. All's done. Mebbeth stands, drying her ink-stained fingernails on her robe. She tilts her head, regarding the strange framed page in front of her. A page for your spell book it is. She indicates you should pick it up. Take it. Inside your spell book are your recipes, your spells, if you will. As long as they sit in the book, though, they're just words. She taps her head. The art demands you pluck the magic out of the book and put them in your attic. Your head, afore you can tap the power. Go on. You put them in your attic by studying them, memorizing them. You usually need to rest first before you can do this, though. Any questions? No, members. Oh, no questions, eh? Well, now you should have questions. You know all about how to memorize spells, do you? You're a sharp one. You sure don't need any more members' words all gobbling up your precious time. You're a master sorcerer already. Forgive me, Mebbeth. I meant no question on what you'd said. Please explain how to memorize spells. Alright then. Here's the dark of how you memorize the spells. Pick the spells you want to stick in your head from your spell book before you goes to sleep. When you wake up in the morning, they'll be buzzing in your head like flies, ready to be let out. How many spells can I cast? You can cast only one. May have the spells before needing to rest again. Alright, go on. This is this is just about how the tutorial on how spells work in D&D, and you know, you just, there's no mana. You memorize spells. You use them. Well, actually, how they work in D&D, as far as I know, is you have to actually have ingredients, certain ingredients to cast certain spells. But for simplicity's sake, this game doesn't have it, as well as other computer RPGs set in D&D. Okay, how can I get more spells? Got it. I appreciate it. Okay, I can also show you more spells if you return, especially when you're a little more older planes than you. Okay. Thanks, Mebbeth. How about that? We got 5,000 experience. Ah, okay. Wait, there's more. Mebbeth fishes a tiny bundle of black cloth from her apron and unrolls it, producing a pair of amber earrings. These will protect you on your travels, child. I no longer wear them myself, so go ahead and take them. Thanks again. Alright, chat, don't tarry here any longer. One such as you have other ways to spend that one's time rather than hang around old Mebbeth. Now, come on, Mebbeth. You're not that old. Paya flatterer, your tongue is so lined with silver, I'd shame a baptizo. Get your hence. Thanks for everything, Mebbeth. Pie, you can thank me for by not playing the adult over there. What you've learned. The arts damn many a fool who sought to bend it in ways that they weren't meant to bend. Now get along with you. And we unlocked 2 achievements. Call of the Art and Noble Spirit. Before there weren't any achievements in this. And we get these ancient copper earrings. Then they give us more armor class and 2 additional level 1 spells. Recipe Blood Bridge. Now wait a second. There's a thing here. I think you can fail to learn a spell. Chromatic Orb. And look at this. Why can't we learn this? Oh, it's already in my spellbook. Okay. And this is also in the spellbook. Okay. Oh, isn't that great? We are a mage. We are a mage. Let's have 2 identifiers. Armor. I'm not a defensive type. Let's go for chromatic orbs. And that's it for now. But we will level up. We can finally level up. Can't we? Mage. Spell memorization. All this. What level are we? We're level 3. Morty's level 4 for some reason. But then we also are supposed to have 1 level in Warrior. I'm not sure. Still got 2k XP to go. Alright, well let's memorize more spells. We can't? What do you mean? Oh yeah, we can memorize Blood Bridge. What does Blood Bridge do? A bizarre compact of the healer's heart and the merchant's mind. This necromantic spell transforms your very body into a marketplace that barters life and death. Your life essence can be given to others at a cost to yourself. When cast, the mage can select a living and non-undead target within touch range and drain life from himself. 2 hit points plus 1 hit point per level of the caster and give it to the target. It's pretty useless for us, to be honest. Now, let's rest and memorize your spell. You must obtain permission. What are you talking about? Yeah, could I rest here? Of course. And I need a break. But now look at this. Select spell. Identify chromatic orb, Blood Bridge. Funny fact, this used to be on a radial menu, but they've changed it for some reason. I don't know why.
All right.
They put it here. Alright, I need a break. I'll come back in a bit. Alright, we are actually at an interesting juncture here, because if we want to go forward, there's quite a bit of stuff. I'll do one more thing, and then wrap up for today. I'm a bit tired, I'll be honest. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, the stems, they do look extremely sharp.
Here you go, Cutter. She's all yours.
She's all yours, Cutter. Oh! I know what we'll do. Yeah, see? Invisible walls, even back then. Anyway. Gidzerai, Harlot, all these people are unimportant. I'd say. Not important to our story. Now, have we picked something up from here? I think so. There's nothing in there, yes. Kasajai, Hive Dweller, Hive Merchant. Another Hive Merchant. Okay, do you saw anything? Oh! Yes, this is the person we need. What are these limlims? They are from the Outlands, my lord. Neither holy insect nor animal. They are friendly, playful, and quite loyal. He takes a sidelong glance at the limlims, then leans close to whisper. Pretty tasty too, in a pinch. I'd like to purchase one. A limlim will provide its own food, eating insects, tiny rodents, and the like. They will follow you everywhere you go. Are easy to clean up after, are quiet, exercise themselves with their constant flipping about, and best of all, they leap over 15 feet when prodded with hot coals. One will only cost you about 40 coppers, in lord, a mere pittance for such an entertaining pet and friend. Morty, what do you think? Why not, boss? It'll be fun to kick around when we're down, right? Well, I can kick it vicariously through you, at least. I want to see that 15-foot hot coal jump, too. I'll take one, merchant. My own limlim. Here he is. We can hold him in the hand. That's the only thing you can hold in the hand, actually. Like, you have this... This is so fucking strange. Yeah, you can have this on your wrist. You have the hand. And the only thing that fits in this slot is the limlim. This is your pet limlim. Now, you can talk to item. This is your pet limlim. Noticing it has your attention, it chirps up you lovingly. Pio! Examine him. Your limlim appears both insect and animal in origin. Its legs are oversized, but its arms are small, nearly vestigial. Is it vestigial? Vestigial, yeah. And a brightly speckled half-shell runs down its back. It sports twin pairs of insect-like wings, and has tiny black eyes and a mouth that always appears to be smiling gleefully. Pet your limlim. Pio! Pio! The limlim squirms about merrily, its wings buzzing. It seems to enjoy the affection immensely. Yes, stop playing with him for now and just, we'll just hold him. I am yet to understand how these things work and what we need it for.
Try these spices, sir.
Okay.
You can just taste them all over here.
So, that'll be all for today. It's been productive. We've become a mage. And we can cast spells. So, we'll need a couple, well, maybe not a couple, but we'll need another person with us before we can go into the dungeon that I mentioned. It's not a dungeon, it's a mausoleum. But, we'll do that next time. Maybe tomorrow, actually. So, thank you for being there for me.